Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, once again, we are in the Well Pod, and I am bringing to you a fun video because we have the sacred pose going on, and I did some posts for my friend Brillo last night, and this is some footage for it. Now, a spoiler alert, we did post some legendaries, so it's not going to be an entire boring poll, and I believe the sacred amount that I pulled for him was 18 sacred shards, okay? And so that's what this video is going to be about. I hope you enjoy it. If you want to see more videos similar to this one, consider subscribing or leaving a like just to help me out, and you don't have to sub if you don't want to. Now, I will show you one other thing before I show you Brillo Pad's pose real quick, because something happened for me. Very exciting. And hey babe, yell over there, say hi.
Hi.
So the girlfriend's visiting right now, and I spent, it was $275.96, because I actually have my PayPal balance open right here, on the sacred shards. I did some of them on stream, and then I was like, I should probably not spend any more money. Turned off the stream, bought more shards when the girlfriend shows up, as is tradition, like the degenerate gambler I am. And here was, and yeah, so I'm pretty hyped about that. If you look at my skill luck on it though, I'm getting boned. Like, I've been trying I'm out of books now. Obviously I use like every resources. I even used, like, as soon as I pull him, I blew my load, right? So I was like, there's no way. And I blew like as many potions as I had. I had a ton of red potions, chewed through my red potions. I used all of my books, obviously, on this guy. I'm going to use all my books on this guy. Speaking of obviously, if you guys seen The Platform, if you haven't, it's a really good suspenseful movie, though it is frightening. It is not for children, so warning to parents. But it is a good movie, okay, if you like thrillers. So, but anyway, I pulled this guy. He's completely disgusting. Expect a video on him. I think his A1's like bugged or something. I think it does more duration than it's supposed to, because the stacks go to like 30, 40. I haven't, actually proven this or anything, but it feels to me like it's just way too common. And he's hilarious because he has block buffs. So I didn't even think about this, but you don't need someone on the affinity on clan boss. This is turning into a Vizier video. Sorry, but I just want to talk about him real quick. On the clan boss, you don't need someone to remove the attack up, because he does the block buffs and then he carries it on himself. The crappy part is he also does the healing reduction, okay? So you kind of have to carry that slot as kind of a waste. But the block buff stops them from having the attack up. So that means because of that situation, you don't have to have somebody to remove it, which is just another benefit on top of the fact that he, you think the benefit's all he increases the duration. That is the benefit, but he also does attack down and block buff. So he removes both of the attack from the equation, which is amazing in a character, which makes it where, like, now I don't have to use Martyr. I can put Valkyrie just for the shit. These are like Tolo Kraken, mouth breathing, spender type of problems, okay? But it's really interesting that he has a couple different things in his toolkit that like no one else does. So really excited to have pulled him, and there will be some videos on that now. And obviously, I don't think I'm ever pulling shards about my girlfriend here. We did just do a $100 pull, which we tried recording something. I'll show you this real quick before we get into Brillo shards. I just got this camera here. So this is a Sony a7 III, and we were just doing some messing around here. We were recording shard posts. We were trying to like get lucky again, right, and get it on camera this time. And when I spent $100, and what we were doing is just, I don't know if you can see this or not, but we were recording me kind of doing some shard pulls here, like as a video, something kind of out of the in-game, out of the norm. And so you might see some videos popping up here and there of a little bit more, we rate Shadow Legends content, but more like parodies of Steve Will Do It or stuff like that. Just fun stuff that's more like vlogging raid content might be coming out soon. So check for that. Now, let's go ahead and without further ado, for the lollygag, and let's get into Brillo Pad's shards. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are brought in part by Brillo Pad, whose account we're on. He has 18 sacreds to open. It is 2x, so he has 12% chance for a legendary every single time. And this time I got the chat up on the screen, because people asked me that, hey, when you pull it live, would you mind putting the chat on the screen? So there you go, I got it for you. And without further ado, we got a lot of shards to go through, so we might as well start now. Here we go. And starting off with an epic, a Rain Beast. We have one of the Rudolphs here. Let's see what we can get next. A Sikara. They did a pretty good job with the textures for her. It's pretty nice looking character one. Come on, can we get some legendary? Okay, that's three times he's dodged it. All right, Deathless. Kind of an unfortunate character, if I'm being honest. I don't like characters that get better as more people die. It's like, hello, this character is better when you're bad. Oh! Hey, congratulations on the free-to-play Rosin Fusion, Kappa. You have multiple Rosins now. How lucky you are. Your Blue Affinity clan boss is going to be so good with your third Rosin, my friend. Rosin's kind of a feels bad pull. I wish that they would take the... Well, no. I guess you can't really take the permanent fusion now because then people might still want him. It's the second Rosin I pulled for him, and that's his third Rosin total. So we got 1 out of 4 so far. This is Bloodfeather. If you guys hadn't seen me talking with J-Gigs about Bloodfeather, go watch our Summoning War video where we go back and forth fighting. And this character is one of the worst characters I've ever seen because it attack one enemy, chance of extra critical, attacks one enemy, chance of extra critical, and places a decreased defense. Attacks one enemy, chance of extra critical. It's like Mountain King Epic version does the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, Soul Drinker. He's cool because when he dies, he leaves bombs. It's pretty cool. Oh, another legendary. That's pretty... Hey, Scartorsus is pretty good. He's got the best dungeon speed lead in the game, tied with Ray. And this is a great move. Removes all the debuffs, and it heals and fills their turn meter. And this is pretty nuts when you get a fully book because it's not a 5-turn cooldown. And this is actually a really good character, man. You get attack and crit rate. He has a chance of stealing buffs. He's really good. Just kind of across the board, to be honest. And good in arena, too. You can put him with like high resistance and just cleanse all the debuffs. I like him. I like him a lot, actually. So that's a huge grats. So that's the first one. What was that? The first out of the 7 we've opened. It was the 7th one I opened. Lucky number 7. And we got 2 out of the 7 so far. So that's pretty good odds. I mean, that's not bad odds at all here. Okay, then we have a Crypt Witch. And Crypt Witch has the unfortunate position of being one of the least attractive characters in the game. I mean, she's got like a helmet on with a guy coming out the back of it. I mean, good lord. Kind of a cool... What does this say, though, on the helmet? It says... Bellum Aeon Virtus. Is that... Doesn't Virtus means life? I'm not sure. He says that's a new epic, though. There we have a Lich. He's for the Rosin finish, but unfortunately he's already got 3 Rosins, so it's not going to help him any. This is a weird guy because of his cocoon move, though. Like, it just heals him and makes him a little bit tankier. He's kind of a weird guy. Oh, another epic. Rockbreaker. Rockbreaker's someone that I've wanted to try, but I just never found the time to. I like his beard, though. The helmet's hilarious. It, like, covers him completely. Okay, it's time for another legendary. These are 12% chance. These are the big ones. It's time. Another Crypt Witch. Wow, what's the odds of that? Well, now you have a duplicate, I guess. Oh, another Deathless. So what's that? A Bloodfeather, 2 Deathless, 2 Crypt Witch. Oh, man. Oh, bummer. Okay. Keep going. Okay. And Aaron, yes, recently got her A1 buffed and now has a 5% poison, which is pretty cool. 90% chance up to 100% chance. Pretty good for a epic anyway. And then, you know, you have debuff increase, which is pretty good for an epic, down to 4. And then blocks debuff or block buffs, which is kind of cool too. So, I mean, she's not bad in clan boss for that. Ally accuracy is only in dungeons, so it'd be better if it was across all the board. Just a bunch of epics. Oh, there we go. Another good epic, Miscreate Monster. I don't know if he had Miscreate Monster, but that's another good epic. A couple good ones there. Another epic, Aothar. Aothar is cool. I like it when I book his A2, but not his A3, because then this spams 3 turns. Only 3 turn cooldown. Good for the unkillable team. Zargla is a really good character as well for dragon farming, as well as arena. Because you kill somebody and it'll do this move, which is the AoE 3 times, and it puts down the decreased defense. Also has a weaken on the basic. Good character. Man, we need one more legendary. Okay, now we have Basculus, who I think is just like a spider tank, if I remember. I think that's what people use him for. last but not least, come on, man. Can we pull it for him? What can we get here? For me, I was thinking man-eater, but then I realized this is sacreds, not voids. So let's go see what we got out of all of it, okay? Let's go see what we got out of all of it. So legendary-wise, we got, where are the new legos? We got a new one with Scartorsis, but we got Scartorsis and Rosin were the two legendaries we got out of 18 there. But he pulled himself a Duchess earlier, so there's that. Other than that, we got Rain Beast, Basilisk, Bloodfeather, Lich, Zargala, Soul Drinker, Aothar, Aaron Yes, Shatterbones, Miscreated Monster. I don't know if Grizzle was from there. Sakara was, Crypt Witch was, the other one was the Rockbreaker, and then these two Deathless. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like we got one good legendary out of all of those. The second Rosin's like a huge bummer. You really tried. I mean, you tried your heart out for that one, I would say. So, but unfortunately, you didn't get it. How many points did that get you though? Because that was a lot of sacred pulling. I wonder how close you are. If you look here, look how many. Oh, you got all of them. My lord, we're gonna take all of these. I'm taking all the dopamine. And we gotta see what his speed set's like too. Hold on. Let's see what the speed set is for the next dopamine. Oh. It's not good, boys. Unlucky, not good. All right, so thank you very much to BrilloPad707 for letting us open up his shards. Much appreciated. And I hope you have better luck next time, my friend, though you got Scartorsis.